Hello, everyone. This is Brother Benson Media. It's Sunday morning. We are doing this, what we call the Viewpoint. The Viewpoint is where we look at things that really in the headlines, and we just want to give our own view, what we think, and that is it. And today I'm having my co-host again, Mr. Kevin Obura. So, Mr. Kevin,
Yes,
welcome.
yes. Thank you, thank you.
How is your Sunday?
It's okay. Grateful to God.
Okay. Did you go to church or today you stayed home?
It seems I have slept.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. We just want to look at few things that made headlines during the week, and maybe we can give our thought. First of all, we want to start with the issue of the Right Honorable Prime Minister Raila Odinga denying or denies endorsing Kalonzo's bid for 2027 general election. What is your thought?
Okay. I actually followed the whole celebration. It was actually happening in at Raila's backyard or Raila's home,
Mm-hmm.
Kamo Kajaramogi. That's in Bondo.
Yeah.
And they were celebrating a birthday for his elder brother, Dr. Oburu.
Mm-hmm.
So when Raila was speaking, he really praised Kalonzo. And remember, Kalanzo was the guest of honor
Mm-hmm.
in that celebration. So when Raila stood, spoke very nice things. He really praised Kalanzo Musyoka, and people did not really know what he meant.
Mm-hmm.
As usual, we Kenyans and the people, we said maybe he's being prepared for 2027 general election as a candidate. So there's been different views, and it has really been an issue in the whole country. But my opinion is, if suppose Raila meant what he said, or
Mm-hmm.
suppose really was saying that he will support His Excellency Kalonzo in 2027, then it's a good idea. And he's been in the field for quite some time,
Mm-hmm.
and he has seen the messy things all the way.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe supporting Kalonzo, it will be a good show of love to his brother Kalonzo as well.
Okay. And remember, the Honorable Kalonzo has stood with Raila for all the successive election they've had. But there's this one issue with the Kalonzo of with the watermelon thing, whereby people feel like Kalonzo is usually coming into the match quite much late. Remember the 207 general election where Kalonzo sided with by then the PNU, and that one angered so many people. Yeah, that was the time maybe when Raila needed him most. Even though he contested as with Wiper, was it Wiper or ODM Kenya? That one,
Okay.
ODM Kenya. Then came the 207, not to when they were doing the 2010 constitution. Yeah, and he was renamed. People called him Watermelon. Then came again. Actually, there isn't one when the Azimio was being formed, whereby he came very much later into the game. And so, how can he make that public trust so that even if maybe the Right Honorable Prime Minister endorse him for the 2027, so that he can get the trust of the people, because you know who President His Excellency William Ruto is when it comes to campaigns.
Okay, yeah. So the truth of the matter is, not every human being is perfect.
Mm-hmm.
For that reason, some time back, His Excellency Kalanzo wasn't really consistent in his political uh, decisions and movements,
Mm-hmm.
and for that reason, he was labeled as a watermelon,
Mm-hmm.
which really didn't go well with the people or his supporters. The truth of the matter is, after 207, he came out and he said that he would be consistent, and for that matter, he has been very consistent.
Mm-hmm.
And the people has been seeing that, and by calling his consistency and being firm on the decisions that you've made.
Mm-hmm.
As from 2013, he's been consistent and truly has always stood with His Excellency Raila Odinga for quite some time. Remember in the last general election, before the election, he said that he would never support Raila for the fourth or fifth time,
Yeah.
fourth time.
Mm-hmm.
And after that, he went to this stadium and he clearly said that he would really support His Excellency Raila Odinga, and that really was cheered by the supporters of Raila. And even his supporters, they really learned that he was a brother, that he was not, that he really cared for one thing. So Raila endorsing him would be benefit him so much, because remember Raila has a solid support. Over the years, we've always seen that whenever Raila supports or endorses someone, they always
Mm-hmm.
have an upper hand.
Okay. When you look at the support that His Excellency Kalonzo has been giving to Raila, actually the Kamba people will always vote almost 99%. Yeah.
Yes.
Now, when you come back to the Luo Nation vote, maybe if Kalonzo is supported, do you think the Luo Nation will do the same? Especially, you know how the nomination in the Luo Nation, especially when it comes to ODM, usually happens, and whereby you find during the voting, actually the community does not vote uh, like 99%. There's that low vote turnout, and this one even happened in the last general election. What if Raila will be missing in the ballot? How will the voter turnout be, and how will they do their nomination such that we do not have, or the region will not have like the issues they've been having during the nomination and everything?
Okay, the truth of the matter is there could be a decrease in the number of people who will vote in Lowland specifically. But again, if we look at the whole country, Raila has been having a solid support, especially from the Nyanza region and the western.
Mhm,
And Kalonzo has been getting the Kamba votes and maybe some other.
mhm,
If you try to analyze, I think Kalonzo would really get some good votes, especially when he's endorsed by Raila, because I have this sense that maybe he will get a good number of votes from the Luo Nyanza. That's I'm sure of, and the people of Nyanza, of course. Again, he would get some good votes in Western, and generally in Kapa would get a good number of votes. But again, the people of Central, they've been having this fear of Raila, and Kalonzo being a Kamba, Kambas and the people of Mount Kenya, they always speak the same language,
mhm,
same culture. And for that reason, I believe that Kalonzo would be a good candidate at the Mount Kenya. Suppose they will not have their own at the
mhm,
top seat,
mhm,
and they would somehow get a good number of votes in the mountain region, and that would then cover up the low turnout in the Nyanza or other regions.
Mhm.
that Raila has been getting bigger support.
What about
So then
okay?
is
Mhm.
if he truly endorses Kalonzo and he gives him the right support, then
Mhm.
Kalonzo would definitely be the next president, in my opinion. Because as you look at the issue and the political terrains in Kenya,
Mhm.
currently so many Kenyans are fed up with the lies of the Kenya Kwanza government, and for that reason, uh, there are so many supporters of Kenya Kwanza who would then
Mhm.
say that since this government promised us so many things and they have not delivered,
Mhm.
so it's better we support someone else. So it would be like a game of punishment or something like that.
Do you think the Nilotic factor might play might play between the Luos and the Kalenjins?
Not really. The truth of the matter is, remember the Kalenjins and Luo, they're all dialogues.
Mhm.
That really never showed up in the last general election.
Mhm.
So the issue of tribe, of course, is an issue, but we wouldn't really say that since the Luos and the Kalenjins are all dialogues, so there's a possibility that they would stick together.
Ah, okay.
Politics is a matter of interest, and
Mhm.
depending on the interest of the people of the senior people in those regions,
Mhm.
the people of those regions would simply follow.
Okay, and okay, that's really good. Just in case, these are just the views that we are giving, just in case if Kalonzo, His Excellency Kalonzo, will be endorsed by Raila and Honorable Raila, Honorable Prime Minister, and give him full support. So we will see how that one will play out. I know we still have like a long way to go for this the politics of investment and everything to show to be realized because but politics is politics, anything can happen now. We had Mashujaa Day and the celebration took place in Kerecho Green Stadiums. Green Stadium, I mean, but there are so many observations that I made myself that I feel the event itself, as compared to the ones that we've had, this one was not um, was not one of the best. I don't think so. Maybe my that was my wrong observation because one of the things that I observed was um, the even the stadium itself. Maybe the renovations that was done because when such like national events come to your county, that is one way in which these stadiums can get upgraded because like the national government will give out a lot of money on it. But like when you look at even the stadium itself, there was nothing to me that I can say that was done so perfectly, and even like the how it looks before and after the celebration. So maybe there's some observation that you made.
Okay. Truly, there's been the people of Kenya, especially nowadays, they don't really follow government or national holidays,
Mhm.
especially since this government took over the reins. Uh, I've noticed that uh, nowadays, like this Mashujaa Day, it was a holiday, yes, but it was like a normal day to the people of Kenya, especially the ones in Nairobi.
Mhm.
Nowadays, when there's an holiday, you'll never find people seated in the house, maybe watching the events live.
Mhm.
So that there's an extent to which people are not really interested in government
Mhm.
uh, functions, and they're really not trying to be part of it. It could be because of the frustrations that they've gone through.
Mhm.
It could be because of the high cost of living that they're trying to
Mhm.
fight for, and again, it's because there's this belief that the government has not been consistent in delivering to the people the things that they promise. And again, in this, they always just speak of politics and trying to tell people of the things they will do,
mm,
not knowing they're also in government now. So instead of performing or doing the duties,
mm,
they keep on telling Kenyans of the things they will do. So there's a sense in which most Kenyans are no longer interested in these public holidays.
mhm.
Because to them, it doesn't add anything. There are no good news whenever those events are planned, and it's a normal thing.
Yeah,
Whether it's there or not, Kenyans have they're fed up. They're not interested anymore.
yeah, yeah. So, and another thing I also observed was the deaths that occurred in during the celebration. I think there are 4 people were confirmed dead, and at least 14,
13.
almost 13 were had serious injuries, and actually they included even police officers and NYS and yeah. So another thing that I also observed was yeah, the missing of the guest, um, uh, whereby he was what president, the president for.
Angola, yes.
And I had in the president was saying in his speech that his state visit starts on Monday.
Yeah. So we didn't
So
really understand that. As
how I did not understand that if he was the a guest, the actually was the chief guest for the celebration, but he did not attend the celebration, and the president is telling us, oh, his official state visit starts on Monday. Why would that one be? I did not understand that.
yes. So first, concerning the incident that happened in Kericho, I think it's good for us to uh, pray for quick recovery for those who got injured in that stampede, and to also pray for the souls that were lost on that same day.
Mhm,
But again, the government should always take charge especially when they take these functions in the local counties. People always have this excitement that, oh, the president is coming, it's being held in our county for the first time, and the
mhm,
people have never been part of such. So you'll actually find many people coming to attend these functions,
mhm,
not really knowing how things operate, how things are done. So the
mhm,
level of engagement can sometimes make people do things or act in a way that is not
mhm,
right, and that would really risk their lives. For that matter, the government should take charge, and I think it was the responsibility of the security apparatus in that function. Remember, this was a national function, and for that matter, the level of security should have been very much tight.
mhm,
And I would say the security, maybe they slept on their work, and that was so uncalled for. And then the president of Angola was the chief guest, and when the deputy stood to recognize the guest, I remember he just called the Minister of Foreign Affairs of Angola,
mhm,
and is the one on behalf of the president. And when the president stood, he simply said that, oh, we recognize the fact that the president of Angola is here and he was the chief guest. And the president said he would start his official tour on Monday. So we didn't really understand that as the people of Kenya because, uh, is a president coming and it's a national thing. So at least they would have given Kenyans some good information.
mhm.
Yeah, so that at least Kenyans would have known, and the people of Angola, because there's no way our old president will come to the country and then
Stays in an hotel enjoying.
the people of Angola at the same time are the people of Kenya not being told. It's their
Yeah,
responsibility because these are their leaders,
yeah.
elected leaders,
Mhm,
who are the people are entitled to get the right information when it
Yeah.
comes to them.